Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your Love Gems reading. This is a brief reading intended to touch on a number of aspects of your passion, your self-expression, your relationships, and the way that you are pouring healing energy into your life. I've started out with the lovely Tizama deck, and I've chosen Joy for this reading. This is describing an experience of release, surrender for many of you. I believe for many Aries, a comfort zone is in your friendships, your intimate friendships in particular. There is perhaps a group, a circle, a tribe of you that have been close, have shared intimacies for a long time, and this is where you find your ability to sound out your experiences, to trust who you are, to gain greater faith in your open heartedness, your willingness to support others as needed. It's also a way that you are letting go of some of the burdens of your personal concerns recently. I do believe that there has been a lot of comings and goings, perhaps a lot of passing of significant loved ones, and you're really getting in touch with the way that things are never lost, the way that things are, that close relationships always stay intimate. You are showing up as the Five of Cups. This is describing this ongoing sense of surrender, so that you are actually looking at your past, your experiences of disappointment and failure in a way that you are surrendering. You're allowing yourself to follow that emotional trajectory from the past, regret, remorse, to its natural conclusion, to a complete release of those feelings, but an acknowledgement that this is the soil from which you have grown a stronger sense of yourself. And where you are today is not in that past. However, this is part of the acknowledgement that you are in a stronger place. You're more deeply connected to who you are, to your potentials, and that is reflected in your relationships. The Tower is what is coming towards you. This is describing something that is not working out in the way that you thought it would. I'm getting a strong sense that you know your strengths. You know those you can count on. Your social world may not be large, but it is solid. There's a lot of trust. You've invested a lot in those you love. Um, and that sense of care is deeply woven into your life. So I'm sensing with this card appearing that you think you've got things figured out. You think you're where you're going to be for a while, and happily so for many of you. But the Tower is indicating that things are not going to go according to your intention or plan. There's a lot that you can't control. And this card is indicating to me that a greater opportunity is coming toward you, one that you don't see coming, one that perhaps has impacted your material world in a disruptive way. But you see an opening here. And this is an opening to articulate your voice, to share your story, to express yourself in a way that contributes more deeply to impacting your community and your world. In order to lighten this up a little bit more, I have pulled out a couple of love decks that I never use, and I'm going to pull from them as clarifications here. So first I'm going to pull the Spiritual Intuitive card, and I have Figuring It Out. I know I was wrong, and I will fix it and make it right for you. This relates to me to the review of your past, particularly your relationships that were disappointing or failed. The way that the energy that may have long exited from your life is still with you. So this can be about a significant ex, a significant parent or family member or friend that you had a strong bond with. But that somehow, despite their dependency upon you, you actually are recognizing that there was some miscommunication there. There was a lack of complete transparency in that relationship in the way that you always believed that you had to move on. And from Confessions of a Soulmate. So many of these cards are created for single people, but I feel like it's fun because not all of you are with partners or in settled relationships, and I want to honor that. I pulled the transparency card. You see the real me. That's why I can't hide anything from you. And I struggle to sometimes look you in the eyes. You see right into my soul, and that makes me feel more vulnerable. Interesting. This feels, if this felt like an ex, this feels like a current relationship, the transparency card. I actually love the pictures on these. They're really beautiful. This is transparency, and this is the figuring it out card. So um, I do feel like there is this division in your thinking about your relationships where you may feel as though you have sorted out and acknowledged the critical importance of those in your past. The division existed for whatever reasons. It almost feels like your split was amicable in the main, and that your current partner is someone with whom you may still be growing, learning. Of course, this is optimal in any relationship, Aries, but for you in particular, I feel like there is this new beginning based on the stronger understanding of where you've come to, so that you do feel settled. You do feel like you know what's up, where you're at, what's going to happen, and things can proceed according to your mutually shared plans. But again, the tower's indicating that there's something more for you. There's a new opportunity, perhaps for you as an individual or you as a couple. And in that way, I'm also going to pull a no communication card from another deck of love messages. And I have pulled, I miss our conversations and the sound of your voice. In many ways, this is confirming for me that you are uh, refreshing or reconnecting to somebody who is no longer in your life at a different level. This is you're maintaining a kind of active communication with a former partner, and particularly for those of you that have children with a partner that you're no longer with, or a partner who has passed, for example. There's still a dialogue that you engage in and that you've actually improved upon now that you're separated and you've come to understand some things about that relationship, its failure and its success, its joy, because at the core of this reading is joy. I'm going to leave it right here, Aries. I hope that you gained some insight from this. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. I appreciate your likes and you subscribing to my channel. Until next time, namaste.